Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Rambo First Blood Part 2. Now, as you know, Rambo First Blood Part 2 is a 1985 American action film that was directed by George P. Cosmatos as well as written by Sylvester Stallone. And yeah, keep in mind the film was meant to be a direct sequel to First Blood. Well, in the Rambo novel, Rambo's character actually died. And yeah, keep in mind that since First Blood became popular, everyone saw it as another attempt on doing a sequel. So the premise of the film is meant to follow 3 years after the first film, where we kind of see how John Rambo now works in a parallel labor camp, and we see how he's visited by his former comrade and friend Sam Troutman, who is tasked him with a special mission. And we kind of see how Rambo journeys into Thailand, where he's met with Marshall Murdoch, who is kind of guy who's overseeing a special operation where he's kind of reinstated into the army forces and needs to sort of take pictures of a suspected POW camp as well as to do a reconnaissance mission. And over the film, we see how Rambo is joined with another special agent known as Agent Chow, and over the course of the film, we see how Rambo learns that there are still more people, all Vietnam prisoners, at the camp, and we kind of see how, yeah, Rambo kind of learns more truths about Marshall Murdoch, and we kind of see how Sam Troutman is shocked and disgusted by Murdoch's actions. I think the film has a good idea about bringing Rambo back onto the front lines, but here it just feels like it really goes against what the first film was trying to do. Because one, the point of the ending of the first Rambo movie left it as a bit of a message, a moral, and a cautionary tale that sometimes veterans might need help, and sometimes it's important to offer them help. I think the problem is, yeah, it just kind of comes across like making Rambo this really tough as nails badass, killing basically Vietnamese and Russians and guns blazing. And it kind of seems like they're trying to make Agent Chow kind of this new love interest for Rambo, who's just quickly killed off. And yeah, like I said, the film does come across like going against what Rambo's character was from the first film, because one, what made Rambo work in the first film, due to what he experienced in the war, and due to the sort of sheriff and the others in the first film, he was quick to kind of use things to his surroundings, but it was clear that he never really intentionally killed anyone and played it safe. Here, it just feels like it's going against what Rambo's character was from the first film. I think if I was to make First Blood as a sort of sequel prequel, I would have had it. I would have had it that Sam Troutman got Rambo the help he needed, and with the psychiatrist hearing Rambo's story about Vietnam and kind of showing how Rambo was before the events of the film. Again, I think Symbiote Titans did it better because it kind of showed you what Lance was like before becoming the way he was. And it does feel like, yeah, it's trying to be something better than First Blood, but it just comes across more like a sort of Action Man, sort of G.I. Joe like story. And yeah, I get it that the film was meant to be inspired by the Vietnam War, POW, and missing in action issues that did come with what happened to the people who were missing in action. I think the problem is, yeah, First Blood Part 2 does come across more like a sort of Action Man, G.I. Joe-ish, Arnold Schwarzenegger like bloodbath. And I think it's a shame too, because I think there really was an intention on trying to do more about Rambo's past, but I think people just saw it as doing a sort of sequel would have been better. So I think, yeah, First Blood Part 2 is like a dumpster fire. It just feels like a really pointless sequel that just never needed to be made. So I think this film definitely deserves a thumbs down. Not the greatest, not the worst, but really, it just had no place about being made. The first film ended on a good note, showing how Troutman was gonna get Rambo the help he needed, and kind of leaving you a message that, yeah, war veterans need help and people to talk to. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.